We are now 301 days away from the midterms, and it has been almost 3 long days since the United States attacked Venezuela and captured its president, Nicolas Maduro. And there are still so many unanswered questions about what in the world comes next and what it means for the world. But one thing is coming across loud and clear. What was on Donald Trump's agenda when it came to this move? Watch.
The oil business in Venezuela, oil companies, the biggest anywhere in the world, the oil infrastructure. Venezuela unilaterally seized and sold American oil industry, massive oil, Venezuelan oil, to rebuild the oil infrastructure, the oil companies. We're going to get the oil flowing the way it should be. They stole our oil. Oil is very dangerous. We're in the oil business. We'll be selling oil. We'll be selling large amounts of oil. We'll have the greatest oil companies in the world.
Right there. That was all from just one press conference on Saturday morning. Hopefully there was not a drinking game going on where he had to take a shot if you heard the word oil. He was there to talk about the attack, and oil was on his mind. Here's what the president said last night on Air Force One about the role of oil companies in all of this.
Spoken with the oil companies about going into Venezuela?
I have.
Which ones? Have you received any commitments?
All of them, basically.
Any commitments from the oil companies?
They want to go in so badly.
Did you speak with them before the operation took place?
Yes.
Did you maybe tip them off about
Before and after. And they want to go in, and they're going to do a great job for the people of Venezuela.
So in case you didn't hear that, when asked, did you speak to the oil companies? He said, I spoke to them before and after the attack. But I want you to remember, the White House did not inform Congress before carrying out this raid. But yes, he said, or he claimed, called the oil companies. Meanwhile, President Maduro and his wife, who is his top advisor, made their first appearances in an American court on narco-terrorism charges earlier today. They both pleaded not guilty. Maduro insisted that he is still Venezuela's rightful president and that he has been kidnapped. His next court date is set for mid-March. Well, tonight, the president told our colleagues over at NBC News that several of his top officials would now be running things in Venezuela. But when he was asked who was ultimately in charge, the answer was me. Me, as in Donald John Trump. The president has made multiple threats that he could order a second attack on Venezuela if the country's new leaders do not go along with what his team wants them to do. And that is not all. Right now, leaders around the world, well, they're obviously reacting to Trump's explicit and suggested threats that he could launch similar attacks on Cuba, Greenland, Colombia, and Mexico. You might think that sounds overdramatic, like the world is overreacting. But here's what the U.S. State Department put out on Twitter today. Quote, this is our hemisphere, and President Trump will not allow our security to be threatened, end quote. All right, we're going to need some help on all this, so let's get smarter with the help of our lead-off panel. It is a great one. Luke Broadwater joins us, Pulitzer Prize-winning White House correspondent for The New York Times. Susan Glasser joins us, staff writer for The New Yorker. MS Now senior national security reporter David Rode, and MS Now legal analyst Christy Greenberg. She's a former federal prosecutor and SDNY Criminal Division deputy chief. Okay, Luke, a lot of different messages are coming out of the White House, but the president made it abundantly clear this is about oil.
Yeah, I mean, look, past administrations might have tried to argue it was about something else, but Donald Trump is pretty upfront about his ambitions. He believes and has said repeatedly that land and oil was stolen from American companies in Venezuela. That's not historically accurate, but he believes that. And so he thinks that this operation is, at least in part, about seizing Venezuela's land and oil for American profit, and he's said it repeatedly. And you know, he said similar things about Iraq. He said the Bush administration was stupid because they didn't take the oil during the Iraq War. So this is a long-held belief of his. He thinks that you know, America can just take other countries' property through force, and he's been quite open about it.